Hey guys, welcome back. So I have just another story for you guys, one of your favorite subjects, which is about ICE in Chicago. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. This is from The Guardian. Judge temporarily blocks Trump's efforts to deploy the National Guard in Chicago. Much anticipated judgment centers on efforts by Trump's administration to use troops and aid immigration crackdown. A judge has temporarily blocked the Trump administration from federalizing or deploying the National Guard in Illinois after Donald Trump ordered hundreds of troops to Chicago to help with immigration enforcement and to battle what the White House says are high crime rates in the city. U.S. District Judge April Perry, which is a Biden appointee, in case you didn't know that, issued her decision from the bench after more than 2 hours of arguments from lawyers for the federal government and the state of Illinois, which sued the Trump administration over the deployment. The order took effect on Thursday and will remain in place for 2 weeks. According to reporters present in the courtroom, Perry said she had seen no credible evidence that there is danger of a rebellion in the state of Illinois. So let's pause there for a minute, okay? Because that was her words, her quote, right? So let's go ahead and see what's going on. What is she missing here? So this is from the New York Post. State police clashed with protesters outside of Broadview ICE detention facility.
The whole world is watching! 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 The whole world is watching!
Looks pretty innocent to me, right? I mean, that looks like a peaceful protest. I mean, they're so stupid. Obviously, this is not a peaceful protest. That was me being sarcastic.
Who are you protecting?
Who are you protecting?
Losers.
Hey! Who are you grabbing him, you piece of Hey! Stop! You piece of Hey! You
You guys don't protect
Alright, so we have that video. I have more videos for you guys, so we could jump into next to look at, the peaceful protesters. But let's go ahead and finish the story. So that was what she said, that she didn't see any credible evidence that there is a danger of a rebellion in the state of Illinois. Interesting. On Thursday evening, around the time of Perry's ruling, about half dozen guard soldiers were milling around inside the gate at the ICE Center in Broadview. A group of about 10 protesters were outside. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker said in a statement, quote, Donald Trump is not a king and his administration is not above the law. Interesting to say, for the simple fact that you had Letitia James saying the same thing and all the Democrats saying that no one's above the law, except that when all of a sudden the tables are turned and now the spotlight's on them, it's, oh, help, Trump's being a fascist. It's like, no. Remember, you guys said it. No one's above the law. What are you, like freaking Demolition Man? Or no, what was that movie called? Dang, I'm going to have it stuck in my head for a while. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Here's a reminder.
The law doesn't make mistakes.
Really? Then how do you explain what happened to you? You can't. Can you? Great.
Mister, I am the law.
Can't.
Anyways, so let's move on. Quoting the judge, he said, "Today the court confirmed that what we all know, there is no credible evidence of a rebellion of the state of Illinois and no place for the National Guard in the streets of American cities like Chicago." Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, who attended the court hearing, called the decision a win for the people of Chicago and the rule of law. He vowed that the city would continue to use all the tools at their disposal to end the Trump administration war on Chicago. Lawyers of the state of Illinois had called the sending of National Guard soldiers to the city, which was opposed by Chicago and state political leaders, a constitutional crisis. The government plowed ahead anyway, Attorney Christopher Wells said. Now, troops are here. Chicago and Illinois, run by Democratic elect leaders, say Trump has exceeded his authority and ignore their pleas to keep the National Guard out of the streets. It's actually not ignoring it because he has every right. He is the president. That's why there is Title 10. Eric Hamilton, a Justice Department lawyer, said the Chicago area was rife with tragic lawlessness. Chicago's are seeing brazen new form of hostility from rioters targeting federal law enforcement. Interesting. Hamilton said, quote, "They're not protesters. There is enough that there is a danger of a rebellion here, which there is," end quote. In handing down her order, Perry assailed the Department of Homeland Security of providing a version of events on the ground that were simply unreliable, end quote. Lawyers of Illinois and local offices have said the government is exaggerating and misrepresenting the situation in Chicago, which Trump has referred to as a war zone. I mean, from that last clip, wouldn't you say that's what that is? Because that is definitely not a peaceful protest. Abigail Jackson, a spokesperson for the White House, said the president had, quote, "exercised his lawful authority to protect federal officers and assets and will not turn a blind eye to the lawlessness plaguing American cities." She added that the president and his administration expected to be vindicated by the court upon appeal. Yep, because they're going to go ahead and appeal it, and even if they try to fight back, the mayor of Chicago and the governor, it'll go to the Supreme Court, and guess what? Trump's going to be winning that one as well. And, here's to him hitting that Title 10 button. You know what I'm saying? The National Guard members from Texas and Illinois arrived this week at the U.S. Army Reserve Center in Elwood, southwest of Chicago. All 500 National Guard members are under the U.S. Northern Command and have been activated for 60 days. Earlier this week, Trump said Johnson and Pritzker should be jailed for failing to protect federal agents during immigration enforcement crackdown, which, if you would have saw my previous video, you would have noticed that it was the chief of police from Chicago who ordered CPT to stand down and not assist ICE or any of the federal agents when they were being surrounded by people. And they were actually, in several of my videos, I have showed you that there are people being there with knives, with guns. The person, Marimar, who rammed the ICE officer, like, ICE agents, our lives are in critical condition right now. They are in danger. You also have the shooting that happened in Dallas where they were aiming for ICE, but they ended up hitting immigrants. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure what Trump is saying is factual. And what's ridiculous is that this judge knows that. She just doesn't care. Because she's a left-wing lunatic, Avi. So, let's go on. 24 other states with Democrats attorney general or governor have signed an appeal court filing in support of the legal challenges by California, and also one in Portland, Oregon, where a similar Trump deployment is also being challenged. The nearly 150-year-old Posse Comitatus Act limits the military role in enforcing domestic laws. However, Trump has said he would be willing to invoke the Insurrection Act, which will allow president to dispatch active duty military in states that are unable to put down an insurrection or defying federal law. Because you have to remember, federal law does supersede state law and sovereignty. Those are two different things. And a lot of people like to get in the comments about that, but honestly, that's just the law. Go ahead and look it up. Go ask ChatGPT, go ask Grok, go pull up the Constitution, what have you, wherever you need to research it. That's just factual. You might not like it, but it's factual. In a separate ruling on Thursday, the U.S. District Judge Sarah Ellis issued a preliminary injunction restricting agents' use of force, including pepper balls, rubber balls, and physical forces such as pulling, shoving, or tackling against protests and journalists who don't pose a serious threat to law enforcement. This order covers all northern Illinois and also requires federal agents to wear visible identifications such as badge to subject of a heated debate as viral footage has surfaced of masked plainclothes officer carrying out immigration enforcement at several U.S. cities. Trump previously sent troops to Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., and Memphis, Tennessee. Paul Young, the city mayor, said National Guard members would begin patrolling on Friday. Bill Lee, Tennessee Republican governor supports using the troops. Sometimes I talk way too fast and I get super tongue-tied. So let's go ahead and watch the video that supposedly don't exist about, what's going on in Illinois.
All right, move it. It's your order to disperse. You must move. Okay, we'll start right there. All right, we need ID. Take it. We need the ID. ID, please. ID. Okay, you want to have to go in. Yeah. ID. We need ID.
Go in? What is go in? What is go in?
It means go in and you want to get somebody. So start moving. Start moving.
Come back at 9. Fuck off! Come back at 9.
Let's go. Start moving.
Let's go. Did they pick you yet? Come on. They picked you yet? Keep going.
Let's go. Let's go.
Where specifically who you standing?
Yeah. Protesting begins at 9.
Let's go. Keep moving.
What are your names?
Keep moving. Let's go. Move. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
What's your name?
Keep moving. Let's go.
Get up. Keep moving.
Let's go. Keep moving.
In case you don't know, the people that wear the green vest or the green hats are paid by Soros funding and NGOs by the I want to say the Democratic Party, but I'm not 100% sure anymore. But I know that these are basically funded by the left to be able to bail out all these criminals that are breaking the law. Because notice, if you're just peacefully protesting, like let's say if you're just standing there and holding up a sign, they ain't gonna bother you. If they ask you to move and you move, you're not gonna get arrested. But as soon as you get in their face, as soon as you start shoving them, spitting at them, impeding them, then yes, you go to jail, directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Now I do have other videos that show more ruckus, but this one seems pretty chill. Like you saw it in the last video prior to this, where there was a huge crowd and they were just pushing and shoving each other, and it was just getting ridiculous and out of hand. And most of these videos you can find on YouTube. You can also find them on TikTok, X. People are constantly going live at these things, so you could kind of see a lot of the chaos unfold. I'm not saying that all the people that are protesting deserve to go to jail, because you do have some people that are peacefully protesting, which is the right as an American. But then you have those agitators that come in to purposely get clicks and to try and make it seem like it's like these cops are doing worse than what they really are, because they only kind of give you a partial point of that clip, so it makes it look like, oh, this cop just shoved me and I didn't do anything, I was just standing here. But this is not true. You need the full clip so you can understand the full context of what's going on.
Anybody else have a computer that they can dish out something?
So let's go ahead and jump into the other clip to give you a little bit more context before I let you guys go, because there's so much stuff going on today. For this one, you can't cross the blue line, and as soon as you do, you go to jail. So most of the time, that's usually what happens. See ICE come out and push these people back behind the blue line, as you see here, because they're not supposed to cross it, and they're trying to give them an opportunity, but these people don't listen.
What's up, brother? No crossing the blue line, brother.
You heard that, right? They said don't cross the blue line. And they could have been real bogus about it and arrested everybody that was across that blue line, but they didn't. They were politely pushing them back, telling them get back. before something happens. And it's mainly people that are shoving, the cops are spitting in their face. Sorry, that's not happened. I do like the green smoke though. I wonder if he has other colors. So there's a lot more to this. I've actually watched like 1 to 2 hour streams of this, and hopefully I'll get to go live one of these days once I figure it out. I'm getting there, guys. Bear with me. But this is what I have for you guys for now. Just kind of giving you guys the up and up about what's going on in Illinois and what the judge is saying. And of course, you know how it is. They want to say it's bad, but honestly they're just doing their job. It's part of what they are supposed to be doing. And again, I'm gonna say it for like the millionth time, if Pritzker and Brandon Johnson would just follow the law and let ICE just go to the jails to pick up the people they're looking for, they wouldn't even be going into the neighborhoods. There wouldn't be any issues. And this is because of the fact that since they don't want to follow the law, because if you watch them in Congress and they were saying like, oh yeah, if they give us the documents, we'll go ahead and let them pick them up, but they don't. They right away release them into the streets. That's why they try to say crime is going down, but it's not, because you're not charging people, you're just letting them go. And this is the problem. And the problem also is the fact that they're not letting ICE do their job. So this is why you're getting it to this level of chaos that it is. And for that judge, all she has to do is go on YouTube and TikTok and she'll see these for herself. But she obviously doesn't care because, remember, most of these left-leaning people think the George Floyd riots and the Summer of Love and the Chaz Chop situation was a peaceful protest, which was bullcrap. So that should tell you a lot. But you guys let me know your thoughts. Do you think this is considered a peaceful protest? Do you think it's just being spun out of control? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And oh yeah, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Till next time, guys. Bye.